The following game has been rated E for everyone by the ESRB. That means that they feel that the content of the game would be appropriate for anyone aged 6 and up. That being said, while there are no restrictions per se on the content, it may not be appropriate for all audiences. You have been warned.
Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is of course my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we're returning back to Race the Sun. No, we're not actually running any sort of race. Yeah, I'm well aware that I don't move all that quickly. The premise of Race the Sun is simple. You race the sun. And yes, I'm well aware it can't get any simpler than that. And in order to race the sun, you are basically flying a... I'm not certain. It's not a hang glider because it is a powered aircraft, but you're basically flying a plane that can't get more than 2 feet off the ground, I think. The reason why you're racing the sun is because your plane is solar powered, and the goal of the game is to fly as far as possible without A, hitting anything, B, having anything hit you, and C, getting as far as you can before the sun sets, because the sun is setting. So, this is a game that I have played before. I do enjoy. I don't play it all that often. It's one of those games I would like to think I would play more often if I had an infinite amount of time and didn't have a whole pile of other games that I wanted to play before this. And it's a game that doesn't require much strategic thought or reading of text, so I figured a small, easy game might make a nice small video. But I digress. This video game is, of course, made by... Thank you again. That being said, let us begin. I should also have forgot to mention in the introduction that I have made a video of this before. So, for those of you who haven't seen that video, it was one of the earlier ones, so I'm not surprised if you didn't. There's basically various modes. Race the Sun and Apocalypse are pretty much the same, where you're chasing after the sun. It's just that in Apocalypse, the levels start off much harder. In that things are trying to kill you. Actively trying to kill you. As in they're putting effort into it. Then we have this mode, which gets unlocked at level 25, which I'm not at yet, so I don't know what it is. And then we have Sunrise, which is the free form, just basically fly around for fun. And then we have the playable credits. So Race the Sun's what I normally play, and that's what we're going to do. So we hit play. I always wonder who owns this house. So one other thing that I should point out is that these levels are not static. If I were to these levels actually change at, I believe, midnight every day. Hey, wow, I actually picked up 2 tris. Well, while flying to race the sun, you also collect these little blue triangle spinny orb things known as tris, which increase your multiplier, which allows you to get more points. If you see on the left side of the screen where it says World Reset, as I was saying right before I flew into that rectangle, which I'm assuming is supposed to be a building, the levels change every day. So well, actually, that's not sort of accurate. While the obstacles you find in each level are generally the same, the order and the frequency that they show up per level rotates daily. So in little over 23 hours, that building will not be in the same place that I flew into. Instead, if I play this tomorrow, I'll fly into something completely different, but probably in the same spot. And also, as you can see, I'm currently at level 20 out of 25, which I need 2 more circles to get to level 21, and you get circles by completing the challenges. So, as we can see, we're up through 12 regions, of which I have completed 0 of 12, will get me 1 circle, and then I can clear 4 regions with no collisions in 1 round, which will get me 2 circles, and then do a barrel roll 20 times in 1 run, which would get me 3 circles. And so the harder the challenges, the more circles they're worth. This is about the only issue I have with the game, in the fact that in order to progress you have to complete these challenges, and these challenges are generally randomized. So you can have, like for instance, the do a barrel roll 20 times in 1 run, I've had available to complete for months and months. Barrel rolls, at least in my opinion, are difficult to do and don't really aid you in trying to avoid obstacles. So I only generally really do them in between regions, and you don't have enough time between all the various regions to do 20 of them. Especially not if you want the bonus tris that get dropped by the bird of gifting between the 2 regions. And then you can also configure your ship, which gives you extra, allows you to change out your bonuses and change the decals. So what's left to do is just simply retry, and we fly past this person's house yet again. As I was saying, I always gotta wonder who owns that house. And they're like, oh look, another person just flying past. Oh look, it's the bird of gifting. So level 1 normally is as expected, relatively easy. I just gotta, oh wow, I actually missed that warp point. Just gotta get through the death slalom. Anyway, that's a barrel roll. As you can see, it's difficult to do even when you're not trying to avoid things. We'll just skip all of level 2, why not? Oh look, a jump. That's helpful to avoiding obstacles. It's one of the few power-ups you can collect. This is another one. Gives you a shield, and I think that was another warp point that I could have gotten through. You also, in addition to trying to chase the sun, you want to avoid all shadows as much as possible, because they will drain your battery. Bonus gate that I missed. Of course, I guess the one power-up you really want to look for is... Oh wow, I got through Region 3 without taking any hits. What you really want is the yellow ones. Not only do they increase your speed temporarily, they also bring the cause the sun to rise up out of the past the horizon. And here is where they actively try to kill you. Those flashes were bombs. And the sun is setting. Darn it. But that shield basically puts me up higher. Alright. Yeah, so I actually cleared 3 regions with no collisions. Had I cleared the 4th, I would have gotten the 2nd challenge, and would have given me something else. As we fly past the dude's house again. You can also see various things like power-ups and more tris off to the sides. Because you can only control your only control methods are left and right, I generally don't pay much attention to what's around to the sides, as opposed to what's directly in front of me, because you can't really turn all that well. More like a shifting of the left and the right. There's that warp point, right at the tail end of the region. I question the warp points benefit when it's like right before the end, but you know, it gets me closer to that one challenge, so I guess I shouldn't complain all that much. But last time I did this, I had access to a jump and a shield. The shield came right here. Still, don't have a jumpy. Make things interesting. Missed that one. Oh, fudge. That's what the shield is for. And now I have a jump power up. Skip that entirely. Oh, barrel roll. As you saw, you don't really turn while doing a barrel roll, so it's as much a hindrance as it is a benefit. And that was not a perfect region, so it does not matter. I would need to complete regions 5 and 6, well, 4 and 5 flawlessly to get that second challenge on this run, which, if I manage to get through region number 4, I assure you will not be perfectly. Like I said. It does take quite a bit of concentration, I guess, so. was hoping to fly all past all of that. But nope. Wow. I didn't think I'd get through Region 4. No, I can only hold one jump, but the sun is setting, so... The sun went down and you ran out of solar energy. Believe it or not, I actually consider that a win. You know, I wasn't taken out by anything. True, I didn't get as far as I probably could have. But I didn't get hit. Well, I didn't collide with anything. My plane didn't get shot down. I didn't die. I ran out of power and stopped. So while everybody else may not consider that a win condition, I do. One more run. I save for the next 10 runs. You also like the music. Especially like when it starts loading the game. They have perfected the region. Even though we used a warp right at the very end. That's 2, 3, 4, and then we gotta worry about not flying into things, so I can't do 20 barrel rolls between two regions. I have to take multiple regions, and it's hard to focus that much. I mean, if I manage 5 per regions, between regions, that's one between regions 1 and 2. I should probably stop counting on my fingers because next region's coming up. And I probably should have focused on the power-up, which I did not. And that's the shield that I had wanted, which I did not pick up. Oh well. Like that part where it makes this like power down noise. Right before you fly through the house. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the whole soundtrack. This is how it plays into the beginning of the background music. take that. And then we promptly fly into a building because we misjudged where we are. I was trying to lean a little bit more to the right to pick up the shield power-up, but the shield power-up ended up on the left. Oh, I can't see I missed the ramp. Oh well. I mean, I could probably fly around the death slalom, but I've gotten so used to the death slaloms, I could probably, well, they're not as hard to do anymore as they used to be. I mean, there's a reason why I started calling them death slaloms. That's because every time I flew into one, I usually did not fly back out. But once you get the timing of the obstacle down, it gets easier. Or at the very least, it gets not as hard. There you are. Have I ever completed region number 2 without using that warp point? You're right, I think on the second one I managed to get it. There's more of a curiosity, it's like, what exactly is the rest of the level? And that's the shield. We do not have a jump power up yet. Now we got one of those too as we flip the thing, which means it's no longer going to be a perfect region. So we don't have to worry about that challenge anymore. Oh look. Darn it. This is like, oh look, bonus gate, but I fly into the gate as opposed to through the gate. Did not realize we got high enough to get up in the cloud. I did not realize we got high enough to get above the clouds. Of course, not paying attention to where I'm going, I then proceed to fly into a mountain. Progress! I don't know why I say things the way that I do. I guess because I think it's funny and it amuses me to do so. Gotta remember, region 3 is the one with the bonus gate. Which I should try to fly through as opposed to into. again. Maybe we touch the cloud. That was close. As we get through the region this time. And now I can't see. Probably for the best. Oh, one more warp and I complete that challenge. Okay. And there we go. So that technically, I guess, completes the first challenge. Let's see if I can complete the second one, which I doubt. Because I would need to get 4 regions perfect in one run, and that was just one of them. Now I can't even clip anything. Which I guess is why the warps are so important. Now as we skip the rest of the level, it means I don't have as much chance to collect as many tris, which means the multiplier won't be as high. But if I have to choose between, you know, completing the level or risking getting hit, I'll probably take completing the level. Probably should not have done that. Considering I wanted to get the jump, but I missed the jump. I missed the bonus gate. I missed the bonus gate. And I fly into a tree. Forget for not paying attention. See, I got the first 2 regions completed perfectly, but because I slammed into a tree, even though I had a shield available that didn't technically get taken out, that wasn't a perfect region. So again, I would need, in order to get the challenge this time, I would now need to complete regions 5 and 6, assuming there's regions 5 and 6. Perfect in order to get it this run, which, given the fact I think I've only ever managed to get to region 5 once, let alone through it, I'm not too keen on all that. Especially given how low the sun is. I'm not entirely certain I'll make it through this next obstacle. Still, we didn't die. So yeah, that first challenge is complete, and now I have to score 10,000 points with no attachments. I'm assuming the attachments are the power-ups. I make no promises. Which I'm assuming attachments may also include the warp power-up and speed power-up, I should say, and the tris. So I basically need to fly for 10,000 points
without actually getting anything, picking absolutely nothing up. Which, as I said, the challenges are randomized, so I could have a super hard challenge at one point, go through, you know, multiple playthroughs just to complete it, and then the next challenge, or the next 2 challenges or so, is a walk in a park, followed by an even harder challenge. Like I said, the 20 barrels thing has been on that list for... I can't even remember how long it's been on that list. But it's just, the barrel isn't something I can do while avoiding all that stuff. So let's see if we can get 10,000 points without actually flipping anything, including Triss and other power-ups. I mean, I believe the points are given out based off of how far you've gone, and 10,000 is ridiculously low. I mean, I made it right there. So, hopefully that counts. If not, then, well, try to figure out what exactly no attachments is. It might be the buffs to the ship, like the extra ability to hold extra jump power, the extra battery, the little side thrusters you currently see on my ship. Or plane, I guess it is. Why'd I call it a ship? I guess it is considered an airship, although most planes, I guess, are. Although I think airship is more when you refer to a dirigible, as opposed to an actual fixed-wing aircraft. Although certain military helicopters are known as gunships. Maybe. Alright, so this region isn't perfect, so I can just simply ignore the second challenge. I would like to get to that bonus gate in Region 3. Oh goody, a free shield. Which means I don't have to grab the one that's coming up. Of all the power-ups at this point, it's probably the one. Of course, that was a Triss as opposed to a shield now. So I don't know if that just simply changed, or if it's because I got a shield this time. Oh, from the bird. This one, the bonus gate was up to the right here eventually. That wasted jump boost. Oh well. Always pick up another one. Alright, Region 3 down. As I fly into a building. Yeah, so it didn't do the score 10,000 points with no attachments, so I don't think it's not the power-ups. I think the attachments are these things, so I can't have the magnet nor my little thrusters on. But yeah, so for attachments I have the magnet, which grabs pickups from a greater distance. Jump storage 2, which allows me to store up to 3 jump pickups, I should say. Battery, which allows me to slide slightly longer in shadow, which is basically where there is no sun. Max portal storage, which stores up to 3 emergency portals, or the turning jets, which allows me to turn the ship faster.
So now that I have no attachments equipped to my ship, let's just get to 10,000, which we just did. Of course, with no magnet, that means I have to literally fly into the Triss. Can't just get near it and it automatically counts. Gotta admit, I have those two attachments on for so often, I actually have issues with not having the magnet attached. Turning jets, I don't think I've noticed as much, although maybe a little. Is there always a warp portal here? Why do I feel like the game's changing things up on me? I mean, if there's a way to do the barrel roll easier, I probably would do it more often, but like I said, there's no tactical benefit to me to barrel roll in the middle of the actual region, as I basically have to start a turn and then yank the stick back the other way to cause the barrel roll. But the plane isn't turning at that point. Oh, there's the bonus gate. It's after. I have to remember, it's after that one window. That was close. Look at the rockets you see taking off are the ones that start attacking you at the next region. That was like do 20 barrel rolls over the course of the game, I would have had it completed, but if that was the case, it probably wouldn't be a 3-circle challenge. Never mind, they don't actually tell you how to do a barrel roll. There isn't a tutorial, I believe, just a basic text description explaining what they want you to do. Like, here, have fun. Which I will admit, I do like this game, so I do have fun with it. Missed that jump. I would say I completed Region 4 perfectly, but I did not. Although we did get through Region 4. Get back up here. We still got a game to play. Silly sun trying to hide past the horizon. Because I guess if you really want to drink everything along, you're gonna want to get the... Yeah, see? Completed that. I now unlocked level 21 where I get max magnet. Click this attachment to grab pickups from even farther distance, you cheater. I thought there should be a comma there, but you know what? I don't consider it cheating if the game actually gives you the ability to do it. I think they're joking. Memory decal. Memory decal is now yours. Unless we could actually put a decal on the other side of the ship. Do a double jump. One time. So that's the next challenge. And I forgot I put on attachments. Well, life is learning, so... I don't have the ability to do a double jump. I mean, technically, I guess I could get a jump power up and then jump off of a ramp. So, that. Or I could just simply equip Jump Storage 2 instead of the turning jets, which would get me the ability to store multiple jumps. And then if and when I get around to picking up multiple jumps, I can just use them multiple times at the same time. So let's try that plan, because I haven't seen much in the way of ramping except from the very beginning, and I don't have a jump power up at that point. But yeah, that's the only ramp I've seen so far. One region. Yeah, there's actually a second ramp right there. And I'm too far off the left. Just 2 regions. Now there's a jump power up. It's 2 jump power ups. So technically once I get clearance, I think I missed the bonus gate. But you know what? There's your double jump. At least that should pass for a double jump, I hope. Of course, now I have absolutely no jump capability. But I managed to squeak through with a perfect region anyway. So if I somehow manage to get through region 4 without hitting anything, even clipping anything, and the sun's still up, I could technically get the second challenge as well. Of course, that's not possible because I just slammed into multiple things at the same time. So, darn. But oh well. The sun has set. The next challenge is clear 2 regions in apocalypse mode. So, what I'm reading is level 21 is as far as I'm ever actually going to get. Because apocalypse mode basically starts you off in region 4. For all intents and purposes. Yeah, I got, what, 5,000? At least it's not complete, you can still see the explosions. Darn it. Now, well, I don't need the double jump anymore. And I like having the turning jets, so we're going to switch to those. I should probably pick up that jump thing that I
keep flying past. Hey, personal best for this. That is not actually saying all that much. Of course, trying to avoid the small mini nuke, I fly into a building. And I don't even see what kills me that time. Which is why you should never fly into those explosions. So yes, we're not getting that jump power up. Like I said, I should try to focus on what's directly in front of me. I like how the point meter was still counting up as I flew into something. I don't know if that's a new personal best or not. I may have tied it. Oh, a warp point. New daily high score. Yes, by skipping most of the levels.
Not fun, gifting bird.
Not fun at all. So if I remember where that warp point is, I think it was straight. There it is. I actually managed to complete that. Apocalypse Gifting Bird is not nice. I like the regular one better. New all-time high score. Region number 2. This will be the only time I actually see it, and I'm in it for a ridiculously small amount of time. So reach 1 sunsets. So basically, I have to outlast the sun, which we've actually managed to do multiple times, but because it's not a challenge at this point, it doesn't count. At those points, it didn't count. So now we basically have to outlast the sun, which is why I switched back to regular, because there's no way I'm outlasting the sun on Apocalypse. As you saw, the only way I could even get out of the first region is by skipping most of it. Plus the Gifting Bird is nicer, it doesn't throw obstacles in my path. Of course, flying into trees is my own darn fault, so what do I know? Oh, one thought had just occurred to me. If the challenges are... If the challenges are increasing in difficulty, that means it considers outlasting the sun a harder challenge than completing 2 regions in Apocalypse. In which case, I'm inclined to question that, given the fact that I've outlasted the sun multiple times, even in this playthrough, but I haven't managed to get through 1 stage of the Apocalypse level without warping through it.
There is that warp point back there. It's a little bit too far over to the right. Oh well. That just means we have to try to get through the old-fashioned way. And that is not getting through the old-fashioned way. That is flying to our deaths. Wouldn't be a first region if there wasn't a death slalom. Let me skip like the back 10th of it. Like the home peaceful stretch we just skipped, but I won't complain. And we enter region 2. There's the warp point. Just skip, I guess, the back half of it. Grab the shield power up. That jump. This thing. Well, I'm trying to, I guess, outlast the sunset. Well, fly past sunset. I probably shouldn't be grabbing the. There we go. Off to the portal world, the Riverlands. So it's basically just like a normal level where you try to avoid all the obstacles, but it's not as challenging as some of the higher regions are. At least, yeah. Because there isn't anything actively trying to kill you. It's kind of like the first couple of the first region where it's just terrain. I mean, you can still get taken out by flying into trees or rocks or anything. Plus, it is kind of pretty scenery. I will give them that. Which I guess is basically a nice way to pick up Triss, and if you complete it, it jumps you to the end of the region that you were in. So it's kind of like a warp portal in that regard. Although I'm not certain if I counted it as a perfect region. I don't think I hit anything. And I flew past the jump. Oh well. That was a portal, and oh, this is no longer a perfect region. Wow. We got through that. Well, I got through that, and the sun's still relatively high. It wasn't perfect, granted, true, but still managed to get through it. It's not perfect either. Oh well. Still got the shield though, so I was going to say, and a jump, but use the jump, and now I don't have it.
Well, that's what the shield is for, I guess. Wait, did we just get finished Region 5? Wow. I don't think I've ever actually gotten to... I don't think I've ever actually gotten to Region 6 before. No, I think we'll avoid that power-up right now, given the fact that the one goal was to complete one sunset, which we just did. Warp through 24 regions. You know what? Tempting, because I know where multiple warp points are. I think I did well, so I'm going to call it here.
Everybody stay safe from the plague, and have a good day.